Hello YouTube! Last night there was an update to the WoW Classic PTR where we received build 1.13.6.36149. In this build, we get our first look at Naxxramas, new items coming to Phase 6, a new world buff, and some bug fixes. Floating above the Plaguelands, the necropolis known as Naxxramas serves as the seat of one of the Lich King's most powerful officers, the dreaded Lich kel'thuzad. Horrors of the past and new terrors yet to be unleashed are gathering inside the necropolis as the Lich King's servants prepare their assault. The Scourge marches again. That's right, Naxxramas is finally here. Well, on the PTR. But even though it's on the PTR, you can't necessarily raid it yet. See, if you check the fine print underneath, Blizzard listed in their patch notes, raid testing in this PTR will be available only at designated times. Therefore, you won't be able to log on to the PTR right away and raid Nax. Keep an eye out for when those raid dates and times will be. Let's move on to what else was added to the PTR in this build. Being Exalted with your Warsong Gulch faction now offers epic quality leg gear. So the Outrider leggings of all armor types are now available cloth through plate. Be sure to check those out. Crafted nature resist pieces are now available with the Cenarion Circle reputation. This includes all sorts of armor sets as well, from the cloth Sylvan set to the male Sandstalker set and everything in between. So definitely check out the updated Cenarion Circle reputation, especially rep rewards that go all the way from friendly to exalted. Nature resist enchants for leg and headgear are now available from Zul'Gurub. This piece is called the Savage Guard. You can either bring a Librum of Rapidity, Focus, or Protection to Zanza the Restless on Yojamba Island, and you must be at least honored with the Zandalari Empire. But this will give you plus 10 nature resist to a head or leg item. Several skill books for new skill ranks are going to be available too. Frost Ward, Shadow Ward, Flame Shock, Conjure Food, Eviscerate, Ferocious Bite, well, on the PTR that is. So the Conjure Food, number 7 for example, this is a tome that drops off Archivist Galford inside Live Stratholme. There are now PvP objectives in Silithus and the Eastern Plaguelands. A new world buff entitled Traces of Silithus can be earned by players who participate in an outdoor PvP event in Silithus called the Silithus Must Flow, which requires players to carry a Silithus geyser or mound to their faction's turn-in spot on the map. Players get slowed while carrying these items and will drop if damaged. It's kind of like an outdoor battleground objective. Upon completion, Traces of Silithus will buff players' melee and spell damage dealt by 5% for 30 minutes. An epic nature resist ring is available from a quest to kill an elemental lord in Cenarion Hold. So it looks like they're referring to the Ban of Cenarius here, which is a rare quality item, but nonetheless it's now available from completing the quest, A Humble Offering. The Argent Dawn token system offers a way for players to earn gear by turning in components at Light's Hope Chapel. So basically, if you head on over to the Eastern Plaguelands in Light's Hope Chapel, you'll find a bunch of new quests and rewards over there. Moving on, there's been bug fixes added to improve attack power buffs that were not properly applying to ranged attack power. Hunters rejoice. In the developer's notes they say, this was an issue that was a result of a technical limitation in original World of Warcraft that was fixed in later updates to the game. During internal testing, we discovered that this issue also affected Paladin and Shaman 6-piece Tier 3 set bonuses. And in fixing that, we decided to also fix it in many other situations where buffs and auras should affect ranged attack power. With this change, world buffs like Fengus's Ferocity from Dire Maul North and Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer will benefit hunters, as well as the AP from the Shaman set bonus Totemic Power and the Paladin set bonus Holy Power, which both increase attack power by 140. And according to WOWHEAD, while this is listed under the bug fix section of the patch notes, it's worth highlighting that this was never actually fixed in vanilla WoW. Moving on, resolved an issue that caused the Dark Moon card Twisting Nether to sometimes stop functioning for priests talented into Spirit of Redemption after logging out and back into the game with the trinket equipped. They also resolved an issue that caused the Shaman talent Improved Weapon Totems to not apply its damage improvements to other players in the Shaman's party. And the developer's notes on that, this talent was introduced late in original World of Warcraft and behaved in this unintended way until the beginning of Burning Crusade. It was considered a bug at that time, and will now be resolved here, as originally intended. They also fixed some terrain exploits in Booty Bay that allowed players to grief other players arriving or leaving through the Flight Masters. Resolved an issue that caused the mail recipient autocomplete filter to behave in a frustrating way when attempting to send mail to someone who shares a similar name with a member of your current guild. Stabling a pet with Prowl active no longer prevents other pets with Prowl from using the same ability. Resolved an issue that caused a hunter's auto-shot ability to occasionally experience a slight delay on recast if its cast was interrupted by an aim shot. Additional bug fixes will be added in future builds of the PTR. Please use the in-game bug report tool for any issues you encounter, and thank you for testing with us. So that wraps up the latest updates added to the WoW Classic PTR Build 1.13.6.36149. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to check out my socials and links in the description below, and I'll see you next time.